Your name is?
I'm Benno.
Hey, Benno. Okay, Benno, we're here at Balboa Park in San Diego, California, and we're out asking the big question to people. What do you think is going to happen to you after you die? What do you think? The eyes go closed, and what happens next? Or is there something next?
It's a big question, I think, nobody really knows, I think, What would I like to happen? I would like to believe we go to a better place. We go to something that, like a different kind of world, different level, different mental graduation,
Yeah.
something like that, maybe different stage. But what really happens, who knows, right?
Yeah. That's we get that quite a bit, actually. Kind of. So you have a hope for something better than this.
Different, This is not we all here for a good reason, We all here to be here, We all here because we have to be here, and we have things that we have to do on this planet, and therefore it's kind of like your duty, And your life is what it has to be, So what comes after this? I don't know. I do believe in reincarnation, so I believe I've been here before, and may come back here in a different place,
Do you believe that all your life, or did you ever have any kind of other thoughts?
Actually, probably as long as I can remember, yeah.
Did your parents believe the same thing?
Maybe mixed,
Mixed, okay.
Mixed,
Okay. Yeah, and we've heard that before.
Yeah. I think it's less driven by my parents than my own things,
Yeah, you got to an age, maybe did some reading, talked to friends, and kind of developed that over time, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of it's interesting, I mean, I always, you look at this, you say, well, if human beings, if we are just a sack of cells, that's all you are, like a bunch of cells, then what does your behavior matter to whom? If there is no bigger power, if there's nothing bigger than us, is there nothing bigger than chemistry and cells, then what are we behaving for? What are we having rules for? What are we, that doesn't make any sense to me,
Would you say there's a beginning to everything?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
good question, where was that beginning? If you believe, the question that I can't answer, if you believe in reincarnation, it means like, when did it start and when does it end?
Yeah.
Because at one point, what are you, like, if you reincarnated, then where did you, when did that start?
Yeah.
And when is it going to end? And where is it going to end?
Yeah.
So that's
kind of a start to everything, like this museum over here, there was a start to that. Somebody designed that, somebody built that.
Yeah.
You may not have seen them do it, but you have faith that happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Happened. It's here. It's real.
Yeah, it's real. Your car. We can go on and on and on. It's kind of one of those things. Well, before we go in the interview any further, my wife and I were Christians. So we believe in a heaven and a hell. And we believe the creator to all this was Jesus Christ, the God of the Bible.
Yeah.
And why do we believe that? There's a ton of other things to believe. Why do we believe that? And I think before we started this interview, I said, some of that comes through your parents and what they teach you. Some of that, the outside influence, your friends, your experiences that you have. And that you're shaped by that. We're all shaped by life's experiences. So I may have had a different experience than you had. I know I did. Yeah. Sure. So that doesn't make you any. You're a person just like I am. You've done things in this life that shaped who you are today, and you've affected other people's lives as well through it. Yeah. So, but now comes today. You meet us, and we're telling you we're Christian. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our belief, and then I'm going to share with you a story that we believed in Jesus Christ before this happened, but once it happened, it underlined it even more for us in our life. It was testimony in our life that occurred, and we believe God put that in our path to shape us even the more. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
I just had to make sure she's
okay. You're going to keep an eye. So, first I'm going to tell you about heaven and hell real quick. We believe that we're all sinners. We've all done things wrong. All of us. We've lied. We've stolen. We've hated people in our life. We've done things wrong. We do it all the time. So we're not going to get to heaven through the right or wrong things that we've done in this life. Okay, we're not. It's not. We don't believe in a works-based heaven.
Right.
Okay, we believe that the only way you're going to get to heaven is to get those bad things that you've done wrong, you've done wrong, forgiven. And the only one that can forgive it is Jesus Christ, the God of the Bible. And he says, all you got to do is trust and believe in me, that I can do that for you, that I got up on a cross and I died on a cross, took all the sin upon myself, died, and then I rose again after 3 days. And if you ask me for forgiveness of what you've done wrong, I will come into your life and work in your life and get you ready for heaven. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's not a difficult thing to do, but people don't want to do that because they're enjoying the sin so much in their life. They just are. I mean, it's the pleasures of life, and that's why they don't want to grasp that. A lot of people think, oh, you become a Christian, you can't have fun anymore. You can't do anything fun. Sure, there's tons of stuff you can do in this life, and there are things that are, the right things to do versus the wrong thing. For example, if I was a car thief and I was stealing cars every night, and that was my source of income, and I might be like, wow, that's why they're pulled from wanting to not want to go that direction. They want to continue that lifestyle. So there's things in this life that pull at you. So that's all you got to do. Let me give you what's called the good person test real quick. We learned this from you ever heard of the actor Kirk Cameron? He did the movie, our TV series, Growing Pains. He goes all over the world now. He's an evangelist, just like us. Let me give you this test real quick. Have you ever told a lie in your life?
Sure.
We have too. All of us have, right? Have you ever hated someone or called them a fool in this life?
Of course, yeah.
Sure. And Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, in the Bible, that's murder in your heart. Because before you would kill somebody, you would probably have some hatred for them in your heart. And he sees your heart.
Okay.
How about this one? Have you used God's name in vain, said in the curse word?
Sure. All the time.
Yeah. So the Bible, they call that blasphemy. That's a sin.
But I don't mean it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't mean it against God. It's just a word to use.
Yeah, well.
Say, oh God, or whatever. Oh,
that's
Jesus,
one of those things that are in the Bible.
You say that all the time.
He describes it as sin. Things we're doing wrong. We're calling our Creator a curse word.
Yeah.
Using, you don't think that, but
I'm just saying, oh
yeah,
Jesus.
I know. We all have been down the road. So we call all that sin. Okay?
Yeah.
So we believe after this life ends, we're going to come before God, and He's going to judge us for what we've done in this life. So, based on the sins He said you just committed, and you come before God, if what we're saying is true, you come before God, is He going to send you to heaven or to hell? What do you think? If what we said is true, and you come before God, He judges for you what you've done in this life, do you think He's going to send you to heaven, or He's going to send you to hell?
I don't think that God is my judge.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing you got to...
I don't think that God is my judge. I don't think there's nobody sitting up there going to look at me and say, well, you did this wrong, you did this right. I think we put that upon ourselves, I think we are our judges. It's God is in us. It's inside. It's not outside. It's not the church. It's not a building. It's not a priest. It's not it's not a cross. It's not a statue, a figure. That's all visualization. That's for people who want to touch things and see things. I think if you really believe, I think if you really, really believe, then you don't have to see.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually believe without seeing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think people go to church and they practice and they do this and do that, but it's like, look, you don't have to make it tangible to have it be real.
Well, I think people go to church. They go to church to learn more about the God or the place they want to go to, and they go to church to be with people that share that same belief, and to go to church to maybe a new person that never does believe before walks in that church that one day, and they can share God with them.
For me, it's, I just believe in a bigger power, and that there's many, there's no or many words for it. You know what I'm saying? And so, in my life, I've chosen, to refrain from guilt.